Like the previous classes, like the last two classes, we were going through the linked list, we were doing some questions, and all those sort of things. Okay, so last session we had the reversal of linked list using recursion, and we saw all those sort of things. Now we'll be moving forward. Okay, so we'll covering some more topics now. Um, okay, so okay, so let me check the next topics. And I guess let's take a minute and wait for the peoples to join. So basically, after we are done with linked list, what will be what will be doing us? So after we are done with the linked list, we are going to start with the stack, and we'll see how a stack functions and the queues and all sort of things. Okay, I will share my screen. Give me a minute. Let me drop a message so that guys can join. So there was one more meeting, like there was one more session going on, Ninja Talk something like. So you guys, like, is that over or it's going on? Yeah, in the group, the link was shared by Piyush sir in the group at 12 today. Oh, okay, I see. Like, okay, okay, let's see. So I will drop a message. Session has started. Please join. Okay. Now let me open the site and let me open CodeSIF. Okay, so here it is. Okay, anyways, let's get started. People will come, then we can have a revision. Taking a look back to the linked list part. Okay, so what we have over here is, so finding a node in linked list, easy one, right? So you can find a linked list, a node in a linked list. Okay, so you have a linked list, you can just use recursion to find it. Okay, so let's do one easy question and then we can proceed with other questions. Okay, um, so these are some good questions, right? So delete every end nodes. Then there is something called as k reverse. Okay, so what is k reverse? K reverse is that given a singly linked list of integer, reverse the node of linked list k at a time and return its modified list. Okay, so we'll do this. We'll do this question. I guess it's a 120 marks question. We'll do this. Okay, but before, so how do we find node using recursion? So let's do a quick revision with help of this question and then we can proceed. I'll pick Java. Give me a minute. Okay, so having a quick revision for what we have already done, we what we did is exactly create a class. Okay, so create a class node with a constructor in it. Okay, so in data, then okay, so in this we have, we're creating a not a generic one. Okay, not a generic one. We're creating a linked list which will store numbers, right? Node next. Okay, then this dot data equals to data. Okay, coming back here. The question is, find a node in the linked list with a given key. So you have given a linked list, you given a key, you have to find that node. Like you have to return that node, right? So you have to return that node. You do not have to return the value. You have to return that node itself. Okay. Okay. So what else? Okay, so let's create some nodes. Okay, let it be. So there's a node. The first is head. Okay, so you uh, create a new node. Okay, let's give the data 10. Copy this part and move on. Okay, so 1. Okay, 3, and then last one 5. Okay, so this is node 1. Okay, node 2, node 3. Okay, so this is 20, 40, and that's a 50. Okay, adding it also. Give me a minute, and then we can begin. So head dot next. We'll save this, so we do not have to do this again and again. We can see that as node 1. Okay, then node 1 dot next can be said as node 2. Okay, node 2 dot next is equals to node 3, and finally node 3 dot next is equals to node 4. Okay, so created a linked list, right? So created a linked list. Now let's say that you are given a key. So you are given a key. Okay, the key is you have to find 40. In the linked list, you have to return the node. Okay, so you have to return the node. How do you do that? So um, and you have to do that with recursion, right? So how to do that? Any guesses, guys? You are given a list. You are given a key. Okay, using recursion, you have to search that key and return that node. How do you do that? Okay, so let's create a function. So let's say that node answer key. Okay, is answer key. So let's create a function. Let's name it find a node, right? What should we pass here? Okay, passing the head over here. Okay, so let's create our function, creating a public static. So, okay, what should be the return type here? Okay, so return type should be node. Okay, because you have to return a node, right? So this is you are receiving in a node variable, so you have to return a node. Okay, the name of the function will be find node, and here goes your head, right? So here goes your head. Okay, so what is happening? Oh, okay, Adarsh joined. Okay, hi Adarsh. Okay, how is it going? Okay, so on which topic you are currently? Test, skill test. Oh, okay, I see. Okay, then I guess there will be some skill test and sort of things, maybe final testing. Okay, okay. Anyways, it will be good for you guys. You'll be revising the topic and giving the test. So, okay. So, node, not node equals to null. So, what's now, guys? So, here is the base case. Here, head is equals to null. So, I am finding a node with a given key. Okay, one thing we are missing. We need to send the key also, right? Guys. Okay. So, you have to receive the key over here itself. Now, the base case would be head is null. Okay, the base case is head is null. Head is null when? When head is null. Okay, it means that you are searching for the key node, but you couldn't find the key node, and you reach at the end, right? So that is one thing. Okay, so at this point, when head equals to null, the only thing to return here is, what should we return from now? Okay, make sense? Okay. And what? So what should be the logic here? Okay, so if head dot data equals key, what should we do? Return the head. Okay, so this is one of the case when we are getting the data, right? Head data equals to the key. We are returning the head. Okay, and what if we do not get the head? Okay, so call the recursive function but head on next. We can say let uh, answer node I'm supposing what do we do in recursion basically? We say that solve for the current step, and let's put a hypothesis that my recursion will supply me the answer, right? So that is what hypothesis we are going to do here. So we are hypothesis the my hypothesis is, I will call the recursion again. Okay, and I will let the recursion go to the further nodes, and assuming that recursion will supply me the answer. That is what we suppose, right? Okay, what should I return now? Shall I return this? Guys, are you getting the line? Okay, and we can directly say here also, so no need to uh, create extra lines. Okay. So this is it. Let's test our linked list now. Whatever head I'm getting over here. Okay, so how to verify that? Println, right? So println. So we are getting a node, right? So answer key is a node. So answer key dot data will give us the answer. So answer data plus I am the answer. That is it. Okay, putting exclamation. Let's run this. If we do not have made any mistakes. Okay, so we do have made mistakes. So it says that dot class is accepted. Sorry, expected. Where is it? Where is it? Node answer key int key. So node answer key int key. Obviously, we don't need int key over here. Anything else? Nope. Okay, so it says 40 and I'm the answer. So we are getting the. Okay, so this is so a recursion, using recursion to solve our problems. We can do the with for loop also, right? So no, like, there's nothing uh, we cannot. There's nothing like we cannot do that with without any for loop. Yeah. Now the question here is k reverse. Okay, so let's solve this question. It's a good question. So it says k reverse. The question is, given a singly linked list, obviously singly linked list. We are talking about singly linked list. Okay. So the question here is k reverse. The question says, given a singly linked list of integers, reverse the nodes of the linked list k at a time and return its modify list. A reverse k at a time. Okay, so reverse k nodes at a time, and then like proceed forward. Now, if we have a look over here, so let me increase the size. So if you see, so it is written 1 2 3 4 5. Now reversing two nodes at a time, 2 1 4 3. Okay, so 2 1 4 3, and we do have a single node, right? We just have this. Similarly, k equals to 3. So pick first three nodes, reverse them, other three nodes, reverse them. So since we only have two, so we are having two. How many of you are getting the question? Are all of you getting the problem? Okay. Sorry, give me a minute. Okay. Okay. So here is the so going to the question itself. Let's have some more notes. Okay. So I will just try to link them. Changing the name here to. So this is 6 and this is going to be 7. Okay, so let's have some more notes so that we can see the behavior of our problem. So reversing k nodes. Okay, so node 4 next would be our node 5. Okay, then node 5 over here. So dot next node 6, and probably 6 is pointing to 7, and that is it. Okay, that is it. Okay, k at a time. So let's have a k. So int k is equals to let it be 3 first. Okay, then we'll discuss later. So the linked list we do have is 10 20 30. Okay, 40 50 60 70. Okay, and finally 80. We have this as our linked list. Now tell me, if I do k reverse at a time, what should be the newly generated linked list if my k is equals to 3? Okay, 30 20 10. Okay, 60 50 and 40. Okay, 80 and 70, right? Make sense? So if you have a look, we have first three reversed, next three reversed, and the last two reversed. Okay, so do we remember the last function reversal of a linked list using recursion? Really sorry, guys. Okay, so do you guys remember this? The last we had a reversal logic for linked list. Okay, so the two this question can be divided into two separate parts. The first part, you have to reverse it. Okay, the second part, you have to attach or append the reverse list. The two parts: first reverse, how to reverse. Second, how to link. Okay, so let's create two separate functions. One function will take care of reversal, one function will take care of like adding the reverse list. Okay, so let's create two functions. Now the functions goes something like creating the reverse logic. So let's create the reverse logic. Now if you guys know this, it's fine. Otherwise, let's see that. Not needing this function no more. Okay, so let's. Okay, so I guess I have deleted some more lines, which I shouldn't be. Okay, so find node, not a reverse list. Let's name this a reverse list. Okay, reverse list. What do we get? Head. How many you can help me with reversal of a linked list? We already did in the last session. Okay, guys, are you with me? Okay, I hope you guys are getting the point. Okay, so okay, see this. So how do we reverse it? Reverse a list. Now, if we have, what should be the base case? I want recursion to reverse my linked list. The base case would be if my if I have a not head dot null. If I have a single node, अगर मेरे पास सिर्फ एक node है, so what should I return? सही बात है. Return the same node. Now, the logic I want to apply here is let's see this carefully. Although we did it in the last session, but it is worth it. Okay, let's see it again. 10, 20. Now, and 20 is pointing to null because it's the last node. Okay, I want to do something like this. Okay, this is what reversal means, right? So, what I'm doing here, I'm saying head, which is my 10, head dot next, which is my 20, head dot next dot next points to head, head dot next points to head. Okay, what do I mean by this? So head dot next dot next point to head. Okay, this is what is happening, right? So this was the head, its next is this, its next is null, but I want the next to be pointing to head. One link successfully created. Guys, are you getting the point? Okay, now what to do with head next? Head dot next equals to null. Makes sense? Head dot next null. This is it. That's it you have to do here. No other requirements here. But be careful. There's one thing you have to do is you have to constantly return the head. Okay, so you have to return the head. So node reversed head equals to reverse list. Okay, head dot next. Okay, and reverse. That is it. Was it hard, guys, or it is easy? That's it. This is the recursive call because you have to make the recursive call, right? You have to change all the nodes. Okay, you have to make a recursive call. Perform this. Perform this operation while while you are returning. Okay, so while you are returning, so you return from head dot next equals to null. It means that you return from these last node. So 20, you return to 10. Now 10 is the head. So 10 is the head. Head dot next equals to head, and 10 dot next equals to null. But you do not have to return 10. आपको 10 रिटर्न नहीं करना है, आपको 20 रिटर्न करनी है, मतलब कि आपको लास्ट नोड रिटर्न करना है. अगर आप ध्यान से देखोगे, what is happening when reversal, at finally you are returning the last node, right? So that is, so you return head here, you return head in rev head, and that is being passed through all the recursive calls, because you have to return the last head, sorry, last node. Make sense, guys? Is all of you are getting the point? Okay, so okay, we can test the function. So that this is all, that's it, right? Nothing more I have here. Okay, what do I delete? Okay, so let's not delete this. Okay, so one part of our question is done. We have successfully written the recursive logic. Now here comes the next point: how to break the link. Sorry, how to break the linked list, how to reverse it, add it again. Okay, how to do that? Any suggestions from you guys? Or should I proceed? Proceed. Okay. What I can do is, I will say while so head is my first node, right? I will say that node temp equals to head. Okay, node temp equals to head. Temp not equals to. Okay, let it go to null, right? Let it go to null. Okay, we'll see. Okay, so we'll see that if we have any trouble, we'll see that part. Temp, well, temp not equals to not equals to null, not equals to null. My point here is, I have k with me. What I will do every time is, with the help of my loop, I will pick my first point. Okay, so for example, at first I want to reverse 10, 20, 30. I will keep a variable, I will keep a count, int count. Okay, int count, which will be 0. Okay, let's give it 1. I will give a count 1. I will increase the loop, I will increase the count whenever the count matches this k. So k is equals to the count. It means that at 10, when my temp is at 10, the count is 1. On 20, count is 2. On 30, count is 3. Now, when I reach 30, my count is equals to k. Now it's time that I store my next 40 in some variable, so that I do not lose it. I make my 30 dot next as null, and I send this linked list for reversal. How is the plan, guys? Okay, let's not confuse you guys. The See, the point is, okay, so I have to go to, so 8 number frame, right? You can just come in the URL, type 7 here, because it's a zero base indexing, it will lead me to the 8th frame. Okay, we'll do this when we study front end or back end. Okay, so the point is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Okay, I want to reverse this part, right? So I want to reverse this part. I have my head over here, I have my temp over here. Okay, just this part to be reversed, and then we'll think about this part. What my for loop will do: temp is here, and my count is 1. Okay, and my k reverse is 3. It means that every time reverse 3 nodes. So temp is here, temp goes, temp equals to next. Now my temp is here, head is here itself now, and the count increase, temp increase, count increase. Temp comes here, count becomes 3. Now count and k is same now. It means that it is time that I send this for reversal. What I will do, I will, okay, so I need to keep on more pointers. So I will say head 1. Okay, so h1. H1 and the temp. Okay, and I have to have a variable head 2. Okay, so head 1 and head 2. Head 2 will be equals to temp dot next. Okay, temp dot next. And this temp dot next will point to null. Okay, so temp dot next should break this link. Otherwise, what will happen if I do not break this link? If I pass this list without breaking this list, if I pass the list to reversal, what will happen, guys? If I don't make it null, very correct, very good observation. If you do not break this link, it will reverse the complete list, but we don't want that, right? We want to reverse some part of the list. Okay, this is what we want. So let's do that part. Okay, and once you receive this, once we receive this, once we receive this list, which is a reversed list, iterate it to, so iterate at the last of the list, iterate at last of the list. Okay, and add your, and make the next point to head 2. Okay, now it's time for head to go for reversal. Okay, let's do this. So while temp equals to null. Okay, so while temp equals to null, what we have, so I have count equals to 1, and temp is equals to head also. Let last, so we'll keep track of the last, right? So we'll keep track of the last. uh, Last, let it be null. Okay, and next head be equals to null. Okay, this is what we have. Now well, temp equals to null, what we do is, what we do is, um, if count equals k. Okay, so if count equals k, we have the point. Otherwise, so we'll do the reversal logic here. But if count is not equals to k, the point is temp equals to temp next, means move the pointer and increase the count plus plus. Okay, but if we have our k and count at the exact point, okay, and then, okay, so I need to take care of one more thing. The thing is, I need to have a head also. Okay, so I need to have head also. So current head equals to head. Okay, because I will move this temp pointer, so I have to have a pointer at head also. Okay, now, so if count equals to k, it means that temp has reached to the last node. What we have to do is, we have to store our next head. So next head will be stored in temp dot next. Why temp dot next? Because you see this. So temp is here, count is complete. Now this head I am storing, so that do not lose the linked list. Okay, so do not lose the linked list. So I have to do this. Okay, and the step is temp dot next barabar null, so that we do not end up reversing the complete list. Okay, so next head temp dot next equals to null. Okay, um, okay, what else? Next, get the list, right? So get the list. So getting the list, getting the reversed list. Okay, So um, okay, so getting the reversed list here. So where to store that part? We'll say current head. Okay, so let's say current head equals to calling the reverse list. Okay, so calling the reverse list function, calling the reverse list function with current head. Okay, so current head is at head, and I have only three nodes, which is equals to k. I'm sending in the current head. Okay, I have got the current head with me. Now I have got the reverse list. I have next head in the next head. Okay, what to do next? So what I mean by this is, I have this as reversed. I have this as reversed. Okay, so what is the reversed part? So 30, 20, 10. Okay, so I'm having this part. Okay, and my current head is pointing to 30. Okay, so my current head is pointing to 30. I have to reach at 10. Okay, so I have to reach at 10. So if I reach to 10, then only I can make the connection. Okay, so let's make the connection. So okay, so current head equals to reverse list current head, and so making up the connection. So before we make up the connection, we have to. So how we'll do that? So just iterate over the list. Okay, so just iterate over the list you have got, and I guess it will be fine. So making our temp again. So use of temp is not anymore. So we'll make our temp again equals to current head, the head we are getting. Okay, and we'll make the count as one again. Okay, so while the count not equals to k, just iterate. Just iterate means temp is equals to temp dot next. Okay, count plus plus. Okay, so I'm writing this so that I reach at the last of the node. So my temp is now at 10. So temp was here at count 1, so count 2, count 3. Now temp is over here. The next job is to make it point to the next head. So make the pointer to next head. Okay, so uh, temp dot next is equals to next head. That is it. That's it. So we have successfully made our um, first k nodes reversed. Okay, so we have successfully made our first k node reversed. The next thing we need to do is uh, okay. So the next thing we need to do is okay. So one thing is there, but we'll do that later. So when first thing is reversed, we have to reset some things. So let's reset things. Resetting things means I'm okay. So next head equals, so temp dot next equals to next head, and let's move our temp to the new head. Okay, so temp equals to temp dot next, right? So temp equals to temp dot next. Okay, so temp is standing now at the current head. Okay, the new head. Okay, then the count should be one. Okay, the count should be one. Anything else? Next, so temp is standing at the next head. Okay, temp is standing at the next head. Count is equals to one. Anything else? No, I guess that is it. That is it. Okay. Anything else do we need to consider? I guess no. That's it. Okay. One more. So one flag we need. The first head reversed. We need the head. Okay, because we'll lose the head. So flag equals to 0. Okay. So let's put a flag. Okay. And if flag is 0, if flag is a 0, make the head as current head. Okay, and make the flag as 1. Okay, so this I did so that I know where exactly my head is there. Okay, so that is it. Let's try to print the list and check it out what we are getting. So printing the list, we have 4. Okay, so okay, or we can do with a while also. So while will be better. So now we have our head. Okay, so head not equals to null. Okay, and simply say print ln. So print ln. Okay, head dot, so head dot data. So head dot data, and head equals to head dot. Okay, so I guess that is it. Let's try it out, and if we have any bugs, we'll solve that. So it says that null expected last equals to null. Okay, so current head we need a comma, not a semicolon. So it's running. Let's see. Oh, okay. So we do not have any output. Why did that happen? So the way to know the answer for this would be, is my reverse list working? So head dot next node 1, node 1 dot next 2, node 3, node 3 dot next, node 4 dot next, node 5 dot next, node 6 dot. Okay. So let's check our reverse function. If that is working fine, then we can come to this loop. Okay, so reverse logic is creating a trouble. Okay, so this is correct, right? So head dot next node 1, head node 1, 3, node 4, node 5, and node 7. So we have it, and we are printing head dot data. So head not equals to null, head equals to head dot data, head equals to head dot next. So reverse list is here. I have said that if head dot next barabar null, so return head. Otherwise, get the reverse head with head dot next. Make the head dot next equals to head, and make next dot head dot next equals to null, and then reverse head will be supplied. Okay. So what's the issue? What is the issue here? So head dot next equals null, and then reverse head, we are getting reverse list head dot next, and head dot next equals to head. No changes required here also. And head dot next equals to null. Head dot next equals to null. I guess that should be it. Okay, I'm not getting any clue. And if I not reverse, is there any issues with building the linked list itself or what? Okay, so we are not getting printed anything. So while oh, oh whew, okay, so let's check it now. So head equals null was there. So we are getting 30. So which is not acceptable. Why it is not acceptable? Because we are getting only the first node, and we are getting only the first node. Okay, let's check this again. We should be getting the complete list, right? So let's run this again. What happens after reversal? So is the reversal logic correct? Okay, so reversal logic correct. 80, 70, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10. Okay, it means that we need to check the while loop. So let's make it available. Comment this part. Now I see here that temp equals to temp dot next. Now temp is pointing to head, current head is pointing to head, last equals to null, and next head equals to null. Okay. Okay, so why I having last we do not have used it, but yeah. So count is equals to one, flag equals to zero. Now I'm saying that while temp not equals to null, okay, so go on traversing and increase the count. Go on traversing and increase the count. So if count equals to k, do this. Otherwise, do this. So we require else over here, right? Okay. So if count becomes k, then in that case, I will store my next head in temp dot next. I'll make my oh, okay, okay, not okay. So next head equals to temp dot next, and temp dot next is null. Getting current head in this, very correct. Okay, so getting my current head here, getting flag equals to zero, making my head point to current head, and then setting the flag to 1 so that it does not change again. Now my temp head is at current head again, and okay. So temp is at current head again, which is a reverse list which I have got, and count again. I'm setting the count to 1, and while count not equals to k, okay. So for 1 it will take one step, for 2 it will take one step. Take a step, increase the count. Then when it's 3, it will stop. Now my temp is at the last node of the reverse list, and then temp dot next, make it to next head which I stored above, and then I'll move my temp equals to temp next and make the count. This should be working, right? What is the issue here? Okay. Okay. So let's print this part. So storing like printing the next head dot data. Okay. So next head dot data. Okay. Then current head dot data. So current head dot data. So this is one way of like what you can say debugging the things if it is not working. So you can just choose this part. So next head dot data is one current head dot data means I'm checking the reversed part if it is correct. Okay. And okay, so let's be this. And similarly, so let's see it here. If it is going correct, then I should be getting the temp dot data correct. Okay, current head data are not needed. Okay, so I do not need this. So temp dot next equals to next head. Okay, so pointing to the next head, and temp equals to temp. Okay, let's do this. Let's check it out. What's happening exactly? So first it is printing 40 and 30. So 40 and 30. So next head would be 40 and the current head I would be getting is 30. The next is temp dot data should be printed. It means temp dot data should be 10. So 30, 20, 10. Okay, this is also correct. Okay, this is also fine. So what's the issue then? So I'm getting 10, then I'm getting 70 and 60, and I'm getting 40. Okay, so I'm getting 70 and 60. I'm getting 70 and oh, okay. So the next call. Okay, so let's give it a last try. So I'll check it out. It says temp dot data and yes. So for the next time, it is count one, and this should be executing. So let's print it again. So let's check what we are getting. So 40, 30, 10, and then 40. Wait a minute. 30, 40, 40, 30, 10, and 40. Okay, it's correct. So 74, the 60. This is second iteration is getting not getting the second iteration correct. Count is equals to 1, then temp dot next, then temp dot next. Okay. So let's check it out. Hmm. Next head. Okay. So I'm getting null because initially next head is null. So what is happening now? So 40, 30, 10. So next iteration. So next head is first time 40. That is fine. Current head, which is the reversed head, which is 30. That is also fine. Temp dot data here is 10. That is also fine. And next temp is 40. That is also fine. So this part is correct. Okay. No changes are required. Now comes the uh, next head again. So next head again. So we need the next head. So again we are getting next head as 70, which is again correct, which is totally correct. Okay, so we are getting next head as 70, which is correct. Then we are getting 60 as the reverse head. So 60 as the reverse head, that is uh, okay, that 60 as the reverse head, that is also fine, which is over here. So that is also correct. Okay, so that is also correct. So 40, 70, and then 60. That is also correct. We are going like we are uh, like getting 40 and then 70. So getting 40 over here again. Okay, so this 40 we are getting. Okay, so we are getting 40. 40. So after 40 we have to attach. Okay, so we are getting here 40. Makes sense. This is also making sense. Then again we are getting 70. Where is it lagging? Like all the values are correct. So what am I missing here? So once the 10 is coming with this line, so 10 is coming at this line. I'm making the next point to next head. Okay. So what is the concern then? I'm adding the node, right? So I'm adding the node here itself. I'm making the temp equals to temp next, which is the next head. Okay. So dot next dot data will be basically 40, 30, 10, 40. Okay, so 40's next data will be 40's next data will be printed. But the concern is it's not printing anything after 30 itself. So 40 it is, then next is 50. Oh, okay, 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 okay. So 50 is not linked with any node. It means temp equals to temp next. Okay. Um, let me see. Let me check this solution once again because I'm not getting what's the mistake in here. I'll try it once more and then we can discuss it tomorrow. So probably this will be the final discussion and we'll be closing up linked list and beginning with the stack and queues tomorrow. Okay. So try this question out again. Okay. So what am I missing? I'm not getting here. Okay. Probably something with the linking part, but yeah, the reversal and all the logics are correct. But okay, let me try this. Then we can discuss this again tomorrow. Okay. So okay, let me share the attendance sheet with you. So guys, I saw like not all the people mark the attendance like in the sessions, but I really expect you guys to mark that. If you're attending a class, please mark the attendance so that you guys are not in trouble. Okay. So this is for you guys. So today is 4, right? 405, 04 and 5, right? And uh, again, so this is Saturday. I'm sharing the link with you guys. Please mark your attendance and let's meet tomorrow at the same time. Okay. Bye.